And it begins.
Standing by. Ready for orders. Ready. Awaiting orders. Ready.
If all goes as planned, my life again.
Where's Undead?
Man, I can't wait
I'm
to
dead, you bitch. Come here.
Understood.
Gentlemen, we have a full arsenal if I read correctly.
Yeah, it's true.
Ooh.
Undead, come here. Come here. Come here.
Wait.
No. 12. My guy, you want to be shooting 5-5.
Considering it has a 2-round burst with like no recoil, fuck yes.
545 round though?
Guys, calm down. Just use the Mantis as a primary.
Good point.
Oh, who is squad lead? Because it didn't really even say squad lead.
No one.
No one. You did your own shit.
Fucking I'm
Alright,
running
bad.
then fuck y'all.
Gonna take a couple of RPGs.
Wait.
I'm gonna put RPG.
I bring it.
Actually, no, I feel like we're not gonna have a medic.
Copy. On the way.
What are you doing?
I'll be
Copy
medic
that.
or Bravo, I guess.
Call it copy.
Because his arc wasn't high enough, that's why.
Like the M37 grenade launcher.
What?
What?
Are you okay?
Could only find this grenade as well. Tron sticks up your ass. VR suits.
Have you been drinking yet?
Especially someone in my squad for VR.
It's a full arsenal. That means I can go.
Ready for orders. Copy.
Let's just go fucking undercover.
So let's read the rules. Because I've not read them.
The only rule is no RD. That's it. Artillery, and that's it. Everything else, pretty much you can take. What I looked at. Fucking.
Does this have an ace arsenal?
I'm assuming. I'm gonna assume we're gonna need to go with some sort of AK variant, maybe.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean,
We're
it's
saying it's pick
Russians, it's good PID.
second move.
Do you run in there with like an M2?
Yes, I'm a Russian using an AR-15.
I'm a Russian that got a hold of an M32 rotary grenade launcher. Fucking just run in there.
Okay, so that you're still playing.
Run in there with a fucking javelin. You know what? Do it.
Don't take it. Take a fucking throw.
And then we did that fucking nicely. Damn, come here.
Standing by.
I've noticed.
I think it's a model name. Yeah, you've got to kill it, call it a funny.
We have to keep it safe
Don't put my hand.
The only problem I have is PID issues,
Awaiting
boys and
orders.
girls.
Excuse me, sir. I'm in a
Nice.
VR stream.
Fucking summer.
Oh, there we go.
TSB.
Perfect
What
Russian
the fuck
weapon.
are you
Perfect
wearing,
Russian
Chewie?
weapon.
Dude, the VR suit literally has maximum load.
That is true.
I have
Very
burst
What the
bandages,
fuck?
an entrenching tool, a pack.
Have you never played Exile,
like
boys?
20
Mommy, can I
No.
keep 32mm grenade launcher?
Yeah.
You know, I'm halfway tempted to go with it.
Well, just bring a good pistol.
Literally best in tier. What do you mean I'm tempted to go?
Been a while since my TeamSpeak has crashed, and Jason
Whoppa!
Gray, what the hell are you doing with your kit?
I had the wrong load.
You can match that. Yeah, like water bomb.
I want to kill myself real quick 'cause I had the wrong load. Actually, fuck it.
Arsenal, you can stun them, dipshit.
Okay, I'm gonna have
Can someone make a load up public for me? Because
That's
I loaded the wrong one.
I know, right?
Confirmed.
Waiting.
Yeah, we are.
I'll
We're the
make
most
one
top-
I have
we're
public.
the
It's
most
almost basic right
toxic
now.
Ah.
around.
We're the most toxic.
Actually,
place.
hold on.
It works
I
for
have-
singular and plural TeamSpeak.
Oh fuck. What is
I
it?
know, but I
Awesome.
wanted to make it sound special, you know.
Special.
Yep.
Ready. Roger.
Why the hell does someone have a VR suit?
Because it
And
has
It's
maximum
max
load.
capacity, my guy.
Where's weapon or not?
Do that and get arted like fucking mad.
do that, then you're getting Zeus booted, dumbass.
What's the,
Please.
what's the
Literally
AK
load
100
with
series
what
versus
you-
the 74? What's the difference?
When you release no artillery.
105 is 545, 103 is 76.
Oh, we
762.
get NVGs apparently,
Gotcha, thank
boys.
You need NVGs? Full arsenal.
Are you- Yeah, I know.
My
No,
neural
he-
load
no,
just
they
got
were
added
in our
for
inventory.
VR6.
Because you've got base loadouts and you start with MVGs and your base loadouts.
Liru's adding a new rule on suits.
I wonder why.
That was quick.
You take red VR
Yep.
suits.
Alright, who let the German? That's your German.
It is a full arsenal.
Why?
Yeah,
It's
it's-
literally a meme. on
No. You guys are you're allowed to take VR suits. Just make sure you thoroughly read the rules in the channel.
Oh, did they add rules? Hold up.
They have capitalist genius.
There's a rule and there's regulations for it, isn't there?
That is beautiful, Liru. That is beautiful.
Can we get the hell out of here before you blow us
Suits.
all up?
Alright, let's see
I
what you
love
do,
it,
man.
Liru, I love it.
I wrote a note saying if they take a VR suit, I'm going to cruise missile them.
Y'all fuckers have to rank me. Good luck.
God damn it, Stewie.
So you couldn't avoid the cruise missile longest.
So if I see virtual suits, I'm going to cruise missile them.
Going sneaky breaky or are we going loud?
Oh no, we're going cheeky breeky.
Firm loud it is.
I mean,
Up a ladder.
Waiting.
Orgasm. Oh my god, ow.
You know, as I think you were smart to not play, because I think they're all going to die.
Trees have to wear this headwear that I'm demonstrating
That
right
always
now.
sounds like Nikolai.
And where's that?
It's on the spec.
Achtung!
Been died before, so
How many eagles do we have? Just two.
Not too sure.
Are we destroyer?
I'm a fucking idiot.
Flies
I didn't
out.
know you could do that.
Marty. So we might freaking have air.
That's why I'm bringing the fucking igloo.
I'll bring
Oh,
one too.
Jesus.
Other people can handle the AT.
I'm gonna keep this probably the summer fucking out.
Oh, jeez.
Best ballistics there is
So let's
right
give him
now.
a warm welcome, shall we? Thank you for the heavy briefing. Feels good.
He loves it.
Waiting.
Is this an ASMR video?
Can I recommend a decent chest rig?
The one with no armor.
6B 30.
One with no armor, of course.
What's it? 6B13?
6B 30. That's level 6.
Oh, 6. Okay. Oh, I was using the 6B. Yeah, that's what I was using. 6B23. Oh wow, no, fuck that. Go.
Missiles enough? Is that fair?
13.
Waiting
Holy
orders.
shit.
13, yeah.
Understood.
Go
13 BSR.
Yeah, wow.
Standing by.
Damn, that's some big guy. That's some armor, boys.
Thank you for the heavy breathing.
Someone seriously silence the fucking.
Standing by.
I'm gonna assume that's
No, they need to be Holy skeleton.
Roger that. 2, 4, 5. We are proceeding on task. Oh no,
Are any of these Russian sites somewhat bearable?
Oh, they
The one with the
trust that.
fucking. Yeah, with the NATO.
Yeah, why would you use the fucking Russian site?
You don't want
What
Just use
with
the
the
iron
rail
sights.
in it?
yes, device, right? It's fine.
God damn it.
Ready for orders.
I got actually 556.
Are we actually limited to
Ready for orders.
There's 540. There's 550.
PID,
yes, but technically no.
Are we just going with whatever 10%?
Yeah.
Taking a
What NAS?
Maybe.
Yeah, periodic.
I don't think you'll be allowed to take that. Not to take the escalator.
Did you just say
It's really
just escalator?
God.
Yeah, it's the minivan. Do you wanna know? I'm gonna fly
Kind of curious.
Yet.
Okay, fuck it. I'm going with a block 2 then. I love that gun.
I think I found my perfect headgear for this operation.
Nim, what camo is that? Been trying to find that bitch.
It's true, we have made
new gun.
Waiting orders.
shoots tanks at
a rate of
5,000 rounds per minute. What should we name it?
It's the Islam.
The T5000. Islam.
Standing by.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this gun? Holy shit.
Fucking priest behind me. Yeah.
Ready.
Oh, there's cinematic rounds for this thing?
Oh god, is one of them Brino 134?
Oh yeah, the pre-seater.
Ready.
Those
I
chads.
got told we're doing a big round. Stop doing
Is 545 any good?
No.
Are you shitting me?
Do they have anything in the air yet?
545 is terrible.
No.
762.
Against armor.
Okay, so what 762 fucking battle rifle are you gonna take?
I'm taking Ventilator. I don't know about this.
Like a
What's a decent
Yes,
aid?
Standing by.
Before.
AK-12
actually is
pretty okay.
Copy.
N or V9?
Wilco.
And N makes you run around for rushing
What the
optics, or you can get a B13,
Ready.
Z33 to mount NATO optics.
Copy that.
Skelly.
Wilco.
P229
On the way.
6.
Oh, whatever.
Waiting.
I'm gonna run my green man loader.
Alright.
On the way. Copy.
PT, which
Yeah,
one?
what's the good ammo for the
P229 or P226 for the handgun.
Like,
Waiting.
well, there's different types of PT6.
They both have
You've obviously
40
got the
options.
355 and the 40. Combat.
40.
It,
The 40s. It's the 229 or the 226.
It's both.
T26, it's the T29.
Let me give you something. Is the MP
all had
But what's the,
Multiple
what's
versions
the,
of both.
yeah, but what's the fucking difference?
It's just a different
Slightly
version of
different
gun.
gun.
Why is it? Well, I can't play the system. Divisions.
I do love the fact
VR
that the
suits,
MP,
virtual suits. If you go and read in the chat, there's a rule I put down in the TeamSpeak saying if you use a VR suit, I'm going to cruise missile you. I don't say it directly, but I say I'll hack into the suit with the electronics and drop a cruise missile on you. From this thing!
Since you can't use it, but it would be shot down if spotted.
If. The keyword if.
To clarify on the drone rule, what I'm saying is you can use drones, but if the AI happens to shoot it down with a radar missile, which sometimes happens in ops, that's fair game. So, yes, use drones. Just don't fly them right over the AO to get shot down by AA, because that's probably what'll happen.
I have a couple of ravens.
I won't fit a raven.
Bye. We got any fix?
I don't know what one of you loaded to make my spawn super laggy, but please stop. Because you're killing the server.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Just pick up your backpack. Just pick it up. Assemble it first.
Oh my god.
You're not my mom.
Stop bothering them.
They're allowed to take Eddie drones.
Forget frag
My
grenades.
people go.
Yeah. It's 20 because of this area, specifically this.
So fat this up, I swear.
But that's the best I'm going to be able to do. They're also allowed to choose on a time of day.
Tank is standing on my head, but I kind of like it.
Get back into the fucking arsenal. Here we go.
Like, at spawn, some of them have some weird stuff loaded because it's all the way down to 15.
I've got the zip ties.
Some are bringing scuba gear, which is the smartest thing they could honestly do for this.
I like what you think, comrade.
But I am going to make some,
Have high armor.
Get the Viper helmet.
6-0 check.
Actually,
I'm not going Viper.
We're Charlie, right, Karen?
Viper helmet
Jesus,
feels
you
nice.
boys bringing back
Charlie, checking on
bags?
50.
good check.
You recommended sites?
Solid copy.
I'll make some scuba teams.
TVS 40, what the fuck is
Wait.
XU230 TVS.
Welcome.
TVS?
On the way.
Yeah, take the MRDS one because it's got the most sights on it. So.
Oh my god, hello.
Not that.
Yeah, holy shit, indeed.
Oh, they're going low.
Yes.
I prefer the one without the red dot.
No, I like the one with the red dot. It's,
So again, I doubt they'll run into these guys. But what if they do?
I like the red dot.
50 check.
Get a pack.
I will be the designated medic.
Forget a pack. Don't forget a
That
tracking
is
tool.
hardly Russian.
Gets the fucking some common sense.
Okay, gotta teach people to make fucking.
in a sense, I don't have that. Everything I've ever.
I mean, we'll see what happens. But here's the deal, guys. I'm going to tell them they got to get to this position. In here is some intel on specifically what they're looking for. That's going to tell them to look at that, and that is stored in this building. Now, the cool thing about this is that there are multiple different colored boxes. So I'm just going to tell them in the original brief that it's going to be in a small box that you can load into shit. But they're not going to know which one unless they find the intel.
Yeah, we're gonna need them every off now.
We got a fucking F-Liner.
So that's one of them. There's 6 different types, though. So here's another one, for example. So it's very possible they bring back the wrong one.
There you are.
If that happens, we'll see what happens. Now, I'm hoping they make this a night op, because I'm only giving them technicals as vehicles, and if they decide to use the vehicles, they're going to have a bad time.
What radius are we using?
But hey, we'll see what happens. So there's 3 ways on this island. There is the bridge. There is a little railroad bridge right here. 1337 to get more than 20 frames. Nemesis, I can't do anything about it. It's this that's causing the frame loss. Because this is a place you can go underground and stuff, but when map makers make stuff like this, it's the frames are being lost in all these rock textures. So this is what's causing it, and I can't hide it from the map, because even if that's done, it still causes lag and actually makes the boot time a lot worse. So I can't do anything. But otherwise, second way to get in is to basically walk along this bridge, which at night, by the way, when I did my prep, nothing's going to shoot at them except maybe this 50 cal if they're running like 40 guys up at once. But if they go prone when the helicopter or boat come by, they'll be fine. Or they can swim it, and swim it is honestly the best way to do this. It's just there's a few random groups to do that with. To contest with, excuse me, but it's very unlikely that they'll run into the scuba guys. But if they do, they could kill the scuba guys before they breach. That way the alarm isn't gonna go off. So, we'll see if they go for the red herrings or not. But let's see, this is about a 40-person operation, CAC. Well, no, more like 35-ish. And we had them load into the server early so they could play Barbie, and I still have not seen a single drone go up in the air or any sort of recon done, so
Radio check.
I don't think they're gonna go too well if this is done blindly, but hey, that's why it's an impossible op. It's because I make it impossible to them. Even though, in my opinion, this op actually isn't that bad. Because how I would do this op is really simple. We're about right here. No one's even marked where they are right now. So I'd literally get everyone to come right here. I would then take the waterway, have us go right there, and I would clear this position out because we could get right on top of it. And then come up where we've got walls right here, as you can see, to basically go up here, clear this area, get the intel, and then leave the same way. There is another special rule I put in their chat saying if that the meta-wise, the crate has to be loaded in a Vic or carried, but if they carry it to the coast, I'll attach it to them. Again, trying to hint that you can swim with it. And another thing that's nice is this perimeter wall right here will, you know, block off any QRF coming from the left or right. So I'd actually, I would, when leaving, go over here to, you know, prevent QRF from the airfield coming to hit me. But that's going to depend on recon from drones, which I heard they're bringing Raven drones, which is good, because Raven drones cannot be detected by the Zeus.
Skelly.
And have to be detected visually. So,
Oh shit. I need to unbind.
this is high. Brief will be given in 8 minutes. After brief, you will decide on what time to do this mission at and ask any other questions, and hopefully we'll get started.
I'm ready to die.
Now, small Easter eggs around the map. First off, they can always, there's boats up there if they want to try to hijack boats. There's a bunch of stuff on the airfield that they can take if they feel like it. There is a tank in that dome. That would be if the drone somehow spots it in between, but, you know, they might not think it's not crewed, and these positions are where I'll be sending QRF. Also, VCOM's gonna make this, difficult.
I like it. Let's do that. Alright.
And I've got basically that Vic patrolling, and reality-wise, I don't really have that much defending this compound, just a fire team in each of these towers, command team in here, and then a 4-man team patrolling, and a 117 right here. Actually, that's a triple 17. The checkpoint itself is a bit tougher, because I got a Bradley right here, meant to, like, take out, and put on the MSR if need be through that little section. But it's meant to be something to intimidate them if they come up this route. But if they, you know, just swim around and go along this wall,
I don't remember.
take that Vic out, they're going to shoot the guy out, because I know they like to do that. They could come around and easily flank that Bradley.
Okay,
But we'll see how they do things. VCOM is set on default. I still didn't update VCOM because they said they wanted to do an impossible op, so I'm keeping VCOM on with all of its features. So you might see the you might see vehicles get crewed.
Skelly.
And then, for whatever reason, if they find themselves out here, I'll tell the boat it's allowed to start opening up on people. I'm pretty sure it only has guns, though, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. But we'll see. Meant to be a very easy thing, but it's the player base we're talking about. They could make this complicated. I don't know. It's all about options. Another interesting thing that could happen is they could use one of the AAA Vics and put it up on this hill or something, you know, like move it around through this territory, and they could engage from afar. And, you know, kind of clear the path for them, because with a full arsenal, they can get the most powerful binoculars they can. But, you know, if they decide to gun-ho this, I am going to remote that Bradley and get mean. They can always load ammo in these Vics as well, but, again, that MSR is going to be difficult to take. Love how freaking with the Night Stalker scope. Auntie, I found your grandson.
It's up to you.
Look at that. With the Night Stalker scope. Oh, man. So we're seeing RPDs, the WA-2000. Okay. A lot of people kitting up as just Chads. Like, I'm seeing a lot of long-range rifles, some interesting mixes here. I always like letting people go ham, because they'll bring, like, the dumbest stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy.
But I'm not gonna lie, some of this stuff for CQB and those towers is gonna be, difficult.
At least with something semi-reasonable.
This ragtag of bunch is part of the
And then someone's bringing a priest uniform, but it's clipping with their Viper helmet.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I don't plan to. I'm the medic.
Yes,
my guy.
I've got a launcher that does AA and AT.
We are boogaloo.
4 minutes to brief.
Talking about 9x39 will kill shit at 1,000 yards.
Where's Brief?
Brief will be on the break northwestern corner of the compound, in between the two arsenals where I'm standing.
Might go.
Where are those two guys that kitted up as scuba? Because they're the two that I think are gonna do this the right way. The issue is, if only 2 people make it, then
Is it him? Is it actually
we'll see how things
him?
go.
Is it the one? The one and only? The god? The actual one? Liru?
No, Alex, I'm actually a professional Liru impersonator. I hijacked his channel about 2 months ago. He's been trying to go through Twitch's really shitty customer support to get his channel back, but he's never going to get it. So you're stuck with me, Alex. I'm sorry. But thank you so much for the 20-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this. No, don't call Zeus's gods, because then they get inferiority complexes, and I've been there and done that, and I'm not doing that again.
Gray. Gray.
That's why the quality of ops has risen recently. Oh, that was a good one. What's that?
We need TL now too.
2 minutes.
Sure. Combat medic as TL. All right.
Why does everybody have silencers?
Reminder to take an Android.
Make sure you sign a buddy, by the way, because the black box is one life off. Make sure you sign a buddy.
Really quiet, rail. Repeat your last say. Yes, one life off.
Yeah, it's one life off.
I have my Viper and your flag.
Just talk about this issue so quiet.
This new guy tested for 50 hours. Damn. What's that? You can't be giving my secrets, man.
I'm bringing an AK-15 or 70.
I'm also going to give him a time limit to get this vaccine before I move it.
Alright, I'm good.
Just shy it.
Here, I'm going to...
Oh yeah, who's dedicated AT on our team? Okay, that solves it. Throw a bunch of disposables in the transport.
Wait, wouldn't the potato cannon be
Zam, what the hell?
a modified artillery cannon?
Zam is Luton Jr. Oh, God.
Someone please.
Someone want to disregard those 9x39s that are in the...
45 seconds. I'll be giving this brief over yelling and 50, so...
Pointed up.
If you all want to come over to me, please, for the brief. I think Liru's gonna do it at the moment.
One last one.
Alpha.
Alright, actually it's 5 o'clock right now, so here is the deal. I need a time change by 5:10, or else it continues at this current time. Break. Today, you are going to be going to the top right island. For those of you that don't know, we are currently at a small complex at 123-127. If you don't know where that is, you can always go grab an Android and check it yourself. But otherwise, your job today is to head to the enemy HQ marker at 135-140. It is a medical facility where you will be finding some sort of small box to carry out of that base and here. If you make it here, even if the US are hot on your tail, you win. Now, here's the notes on the box. The box, once you pick it up, it's like any ace box, so it'll force you to walk with it. The only time I will ever attach it to you is if you take it to the coast and decide to swim with it. Otherwise, you'll have to load it into a Vic if you want to move quicker with it. You're fighting U.S. forces, and the U.S. forces have a lot of stuff. So anything RHS Blue for US, I could have spawned on this island, so I recommend you do recon of it first. There are some vehicles that you might find that might be empty or crewed. Yeah, I mean, you won't know until you go up and it shoots at you or not, so keep that in mind. There are many ways off of this island, but there are 3 distinct ways on the island. It's an impossible op, so I'm not going to tell you what they are. Otherwise, more details on the box might be found in the compound itself. It would be really awkward if you brought the wrong box back to this position. Hence the nature of the impossible op. You guys are allowed to kit up as anything you want to do any insurgent insertion that you decide. It's entirely up to you. But some mission critical notes. Break. Once first contact is given, if you open your maps and look all the way on the bottom left of the map, you're going to notice that there is another blue 4 marker on that giant island that is a massive military base. QRF will start coming from there in 30 minutes past first contact. So if they hear a gunshot, QRF. If you sneeze on one of them point blank, QRF. I just, you know, make sure you're ready when you decide to go gun shooting. But, yeah. What else? Break. Here's the real kicker. 5:10 when we do the time change, you will have 1 hour and 30 minutes. So by 6:40 p.m. EST, if the box is not taken, the U.S. will be moving it out of this AO to the United States itself. So if you don't get the box by then, they're just going to move it off the island. So time is critical. That's it. Do you have any questions?
Did you say we can ask for a time?
You can pick any time of day you want to do this on. You just have 7 more minutes to decide on it.
SLs get together, night or day?
Night.
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 Get up in the northeast corner of the compound.
9 off 9.
My brother.
In the afternoon then?
Copy that.
Sounds good.
It's US armed forces, they're gonna have NVGs.
Yes.
Could be night, guys.
Questions on your boats or something like that anywhere?
Remember your your side.
What you have at base is what you have.
Copy.
Alright, all you guys grab sign.
So you guys want night? Do you want a specific time, or do you want me to just say night?
Yeah, but it's nice.
Stay 9, I'd say.
Say again, all I heard was stay at night.
We're gonna do an op, like
Midnight.
Midnight, you got it.
No, half 9. Ah, okay.
It is now midnight.
Later.
Within hours later.
It's gonna go horribly for me, isn't it?
Bum 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 bum.
Switch myself.
And I'm gonna give all of them NVGs.
Oh, alright. We're carrying 32 bags on top of medical supplies.
Not gonna need them.
Well, people can take them off my body when I die.
Alright, now I gotta start putting lights on everywhere.
Don't worry about if you're the AR.
Just get the perspective if you really need to.
The drones were not recommended to bring because if they, walk onto it.
Okay, to clarify again, you can bring drones. It's just if you put it in like, a click above where your current position is and they shoot it down, then that's a thing that can happen. That's more of a disclaimer. I really want you to use drones, but I'm warning you that some of these assets can be OP. So just that's what I mean by it. Please, if you go in here without doing recon, you're gonna see why this is called an impossible op. Please.
Yeah, pack 2 to 3 in the transport vehicle.
I know this is an impossible op, but I don't want it to be a frickin' massacre. I want a fair frickin' fight. Ay, ay, ay.
if you fuck this up and it gets destroyed / spotted, we can just
I'm not gonna do any lanterns because it's already bright enough in here, thanks to the internal lighting.
Nah, it's not worth it. We
Have a
can
look
use
in
it
it.
for
Have a look in the Vic. Have a look in the Vic inventory.
Holy hell, walking slaughter.
just bring it.
I will take out the fucking US Navy if I have to, bitches.
What are they on?
No, because like, which UAV terminal do I need?
Be advised, that hour-and-a-half timer starts in 4 minutes.
Yeah, but like,
And you're clear to leave base now if you so choose. However, once most of you leave base, I'm gonna delete the arsenals. So yeah.
Just grab the drone. I want to have it at least grab the drone and then the terminal. Throw it in the truck that we're gonna take.
Vic should be near the road.
Karen go red, Jade go blue, Rail go red, Boom go blue.
Alpha here, I assume dive team retard is gonna dive over there and try to sneak to the box, or what are you guys planning?
We'll be in a spot to assist you guys. We've got some tasks. We're just gonna roll support.
Are these Chads actually gonna take vehicles? Well, this is gonna get interesting.
Sure. Bravo is a 9-man team. We're assault.
Yeah, same here. For Alpha, we kind of have a little bit of firepower.
You know, they might be able to AT the striker. Probably not this one,
We can
though.
literally just say fuck it, send one team to where the carrier or the airstrip is, and just have a separate discharge like that, shooting any air that comes through.
Be advised, there's a helo on patrol of the island. White one for ID.
There's a helo on patrol on the island as of guys.
Oh fuck, my flashlight too.
Anyway, Alpha's gonna make their way over to Alpha Overwatch if everyone's ready, and we're gonna take a look around from there. Wait for other people to also get in some kind of position. It's gonna be a bloodbath, but whatever.
Copy, Charlie. We'll make our way there as well to regroup.
556, JJ, and I've got 32.
30-minute timer for QRF has started. Hostile spotted. A guy with a technical driving on the coast.
I guess we gotta go. 30-minute QRF timer started. Some morons already spotted. We gotta go. Grab.
Yeah, I got a gun on the back, so yeah. Arsenals will be deleted in 60 seconds. Alright, so that was about the 40 mark, so hour 10, I'll start bringing in QRF. Still got another 30 seconds on the Arsenal. Alright.
Okay, squads, where are we guys meeting up?
Arsenal's being deleted now. Good luck, everybody.
Let's move east, boys.
Alpha's moving to Alpha Overwatch. We're gonna prepare a side charge there.
It's Charlie. We'll charge in with you. Fuck it.
God damn it. Are they already all alerted?
Of course they are.
Fuck,
30-minute
great.
timer has started already, buddy.
Then why are you on our net?
Yeah, where is that recon? That would have been really, really smart to know that there were boats there, so you probably shouldn't drive your stuff on the coast, but...
Bravo the Charlie.
Yeah.
Go for Charlie.
Charlie's gonna be, Bravo's gonna be meeting up with you.
Copy, be advised. We're safe on Stinger to knock this chopper since this party's already been started.
I think it's the
This is
chopper.
Recon, we're moving northeast to get an overwatch over the island.
The boats have radar so they can see us.
Everything's working out flawlessly. Don't worry, boys.
Alright, let's get in that Apache. We just had a boat go down. It's Apache time.
Brothers, you just move. We'll fight.
On the way!
I'm gonna keep this in my pocket. But Apache's gonna go hunting.
Alpha, what's your insertion?
Bum, bum,
Alpha, here, we're on our way to the bridge.
Yeah, so I moved their spawn point down
Apparently,
here, so
the
lol, you died.
timer.
Copy.
We're gonna hold for and try to take a look over, but we're gonna have to get over that anyway, so yeah. Wish us luck and get a few shovels to dig our graves.
Alright, Alpha Bravo's coming in with you.
By the way, helicopter coming southwest, just over the bridge.
Yeah, some of them are scubaing, which is, in my opinion, the proper way to do this AO, but...
Understood. Solid copy. Solid copy.
Have it scan around. So yeah, they cut the lights.
Get around those guardrails.
Oh.
Copy that.
Yes, reported gunshots over there, so...
Yo, Alpha here, we have enemy vehicles at the end of the bridge. We're gonna definitely need some launchers for that.
Be advised, Charlie has a Titan.
Alpha here, we're gonna start engaging and clear up the way for the rest of you.
Solid copy. If you need support with an A gun, we can have Rain Helen.
Just saw something get launched.
On the way!
Seek and destroy, my guy. Seek and destroy. Oh dear. Saw a missile launch. That was a miss. Yep.
Be advised, Charlie's been dedicted.
So these guys have come around here. They might try to go on that route. That's the infantry bridge. That makes it a bit tougher because they got to go through an airfield, but that is doable if they have the force. Woo, sweet mama. One of them just vaulted over! They're vaulting over! Ouch! So, realistically, guys, if a boat on patrol next to an airbase has a boat blow up, I lift Apache. Apache goes and checks out where missile came from. Then they get reports of stuff around here because I saw bullets fly, so Apache goes. Apache then comes over here because more bullets fly. Apache starts killing everything. Welcome to an impossible op. We got people that have deployed over here, and they're going to do the infantry bridge. Ay, ay, ay. They've put so much AA in that Apache, but it's been evading all of it. They're trying to get more locks on her. But now the smoke's getting in the way of some of those locks. Jeez.
Charlie to Alpha Bravo, sit rep.
Bravo.
I'm gonna get on this gun and look on the thermals here.
Multi-truck-
Oh, they disabled my gun. Nice.
Copy, be advised, Charlie's still pinned back down at the harbor side.
What about this
Alpha
thing's
here,
gun?
My guys seem unable to shoot to still standing Vicks, whatever.
Yeah, alright, so that striker, it's not gonna let me use its targeting pod. So what I will be doing is I'm gonna pull this guy off the line here. And bring him up to that base. This guy, meanwhile.
On the way. On the way.
Send him back. So some AT just launched, not sure if that's gonna come down and hit something. Jeez, what was in that?
Charlie down from Bravo.
So they loaded that with ammo, that's why it's cooking off. And we already have someone that died. Lambert. Yep, he's dead. They got the Apache, though, which is good.
Solid copy. Copy that.
I'm gonna pull these boats over because
Copy that.
at this point, that bridge is the most important thing we gotta hold. So now they're gonna run through the open, and this 50 cal is just gonna tear them apart.
How bad is the bridge assault?
Alpha over it? We're not dead yet.
Oh dear. I have no idea what they packed that Vic with.
Radio chat.
Good check.
Bravo to Alpha.
Alpha here.
How's that assault going?
Oh, this is strike at the other end of the bridge. He's kind of fucked, so yeah.
Throw him off the bridge. We can help you.
We all need those vehicles gone, then we can advance.
Be advised, Bravo is going to swim.
Charlie copies Bravo.
If any squads have anyone injured on the bridge, just throw them off the bridge. Bravo will help them out.
This is what it looks like on thermal. Some people are gonna swim it instead. You got a lot of people down on an open bridge here. Some still moving up, but he got 50 to the face. Yeah, that gun, you see how hot it is, and that 50 is probably also going to be a bit hot. Nope, it's not hot yet, so yeah, it's just, that 50 did a lot of work. Trying to have that helicopter come in to land.
Here. We have two vehicles at the bridge, right side striker, left one, I think it's Bradley or something.
Charlie copies, we're currently working on a plan to deal with them.
Now, are these guys going to swim it, or are they going to walk it? Looks like they're going to swim it instead. Yep, so swim in, below with the pylons on their left or right. Actually, I think they can swim through them. Yep, so
Alpha, be advised,
it's going to be their way to get up there. But are they going to make it in time? You're already seeing the disconnect start. Zeus just kicked me out for a second. So he hit the 1117 there, but the 50's still firing. That Vic's out of commission.
On the way.
You have fuel, right? Yep, I just saw her do that little movement glitch.
Copy. On the way. On the way. Wilco. On the way. Wilco.
This boat has somehow beached itself. I'm gonna fix it real quick.
Roger. On the way. Solid copy.
I don't think anyone was even looking in that direction. Yeah, they're all focused on what's going on over there.
On the way. On the way.
I would not be surprised if he's like out of ammo or something. Yeah, I can't even see with that with the tower pretty much cooked off.
Charlie to all units, be advised, there's still 50 cal static on each side of the bridge.
Copy, Alpha here, we are on the other side, gonna try to...
So these guys, I want to see if they jack a boat.
Copy, be advised, we're sitting on the other side.
Swimming past. Once we
I gotta start also looking for virtual suits, because I'm gonna start locking in on them.
Enemy boat.
Some people have made it over.
A boat under the bridge, got you. Enemy boat underneath the bridge, guys.
Strong net. Right side of the bridge, 2 patrol boats fully loaded with guys.
Now, will the AI actually aggro, is anyone's question. That Bradley's coming around. I have another striker to send soon, but I'm going to keep it in my pocket for now. See that 50 now firing at people. I think it's firing at Luxie here. Jeez.
On the way. Copy. 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 Solid copy. Copy that.
Yeah, so these guys know something's up because something just fired at them. So I think it was Ice Dragon. I think he was using a 134 minigun with, there it is. Yeah, so Stewie did that. The guy dressed up as a freaking priest. And now this boat, they're sniping out the guys in the back. Very smart plays right there. But so far, only a few people have died. However, I will be able to send QRF in another 10 minutes, and I'm going to be mean with it. I'm going to start with an Apache. Oh, you're seeing some Grenadier shots too. AT just came down. I think Karn used it. Not sure if he's wounded or not. I don't see any blood from him.
On the way. Roger.
All right, everyone on that boat is down. I'm gonna have them have this guy basically drive over here.
On the way. Understood.
Chill.
Roger. Wilco. Copy.
Send in goat teams.
Have this guy try to stay mobile here so he doesn't get shot at. All right, there we go. Andrew, thanks for the 26-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this. All right, now I'm going to actually draw a bit of blood here.
Charlie, all squads, be advised, the boats are fucking off west. Bravo with the other cannon north side. Charlie down from Bravo.
This is Bravo, still swimming in the water. Guys, how are you guys doing?
Do I have, I do have HET, okay.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Start sniping people on this bridge.
My other cannon north of the bridge.
So the rounds are ricocheting off this and actually hitting up to those guys. Ooh, I cooked something off back there. I'll let that guy on the right live. But yeah, the guy's still on the bridge. I'm gonna go take care of them real quick. This guy's still engaging. These guys, they're just not aggroing. And 10.5 minutes before I deploy QRF. I wonder, so these two are still swimming. They decided not to take that boat. Interesting call. And these guys are still swimming under these pylons.
Charlie Bravo, be advised.
About halfway up there.
Heading east.
Ah, they killed off the boat. Cool. Go ahead and delete bodies here. Trying to keep the frames optimized as best I can. Yeah, QRF, when that gets to 1 hour, 10 minutes. Because again, that was a really big mistake to drive that technical right here without any proper recon done. Looks like Skelly's leading this group. Again, not a bad idea. That's going to leave them a lot of room to maneuver around if they have a Raven drone with them. It's going to make it easier. Meanwhile, you're hearing those 50s firing off. And it looks like they blew up the Bradley over there. Now they're taking some 50 cal fire. Kena Kane's doing some marksmanship with frickin' Night Stalker Mark 14. Bogan DC something because he was one of the two guys dead right there. I'm gonna keep that thing in reserve right there, a Crow 50 cal.
Bravo.
Actually, no, we're gonna.
Be advised, strikers on the east side of the bridge is still up.
We need to do something bold. We're gonna go on the offensive with my QRF here.
Play Bravo, be advised, we are out of AT, not dealing with that striker.
Solid copy. Is the weapon down, or is it still up entirely?
Striker is, oh, I need to deal with the striker. We dealt with the Bradley.
Copy, I'm sending one. Copy.
Yes, this is a one-line file.
Try to Bravo, be advised, we're crossing on top of the bridge now, just to make the yellow reserve.
Can you mark where the strikers on the map?
Advise, MRAP on the bridge as well.
Hello? Did you see what that missile did? It just circled around. What was that? I have never seen that before, but okay. That was a magic missile. I didn't think those still existed, but I stand corrected. I think they were saying this group was out of AT, but I wasn't basing my decision on pushing that MRAP. I was pushing that because there were still most likely hostiles up there. I just put some short range on it, did nothing.
Charlie to Bravo, how much longer till that striker?
Oh, because he's probably using, yeah, so he's using the worst RPG warhead against this striker. Yeah, it's not going to do much. There we go, now it's down.
Thank you.
Alright, now we're going to start really mobilizing everything. I got 6.5 minutes till my QRF comes in. Let's get that chopper loaded. Wait, no, that's the wounded one. Get those guys in there. I'm going to get this Chinook just to get it out of the AO more than anything. And I might pull one of my tanks off the front line here. I'm going to G-key these guys and get them back in base here. Luxie, who was also on the bridge, is now dead, excuse me. AI like to take their sweet, sweet time. Now you're seeing some of these guys in the air. Ooh, Jade uses a stinger, shoots down that chopper immediately. I'm not sure if it got any hits on Karn there. But again, this group, I am going to start sending them down.
On the way.
And at this point, I think it's time to start moving the Fletcher over.
Charlie Bravo, we're almost
He's going to be angry.
Solid copy, Daniel, we currently have a mass cache. Confirm.
So meanwhile, this group, almost over the bridge, you have Corporal and Frost over here. They might do the same strategy to get over. I can go ahead, delete all the stuff over here as well.
Charlie to Alpha Bravo, be advised. Black Hook West.
Be advised, you've also got a Chinook leaving the AO.
I'm going to teleport up here as well. So I think they're coordinated with Recon, but yeah, that Chinook's leaving. I'm having them go across, and by then, I should be able to start getting QRF in play.
Leaving the airfield, approximately.
Copy.
What do you think? Why the fuck where
Where are you, brother?
Oh my god, alright, they're going to do this, so I'm just going to break them apart. I'm going to start putting some flares over this position. And once these guys start moving out, I'll move the striker with them. Those guys are going to make landfall in another minute. These guys, I think they're heading up to go to the destroyer, but I'm having the destroyer now move to the bridge because that's where I need it the most. So Zukov dies for using that type of AT on a striker and seeing that wasn't really that effective. These two guys have moved up there checking bodies, see if anyone's still alive, but that is not the case. Unfortunately, he DCs as well. We are down to about 25 players, give or take, starting at around 35, so already about a third of the players kind of in the KIA here. Now you're seeing that striker using 50 on these guys. It takes out Karn. Chabokas is trying to get some 50 up on this position here. I'm going to constantly be putting flares up. I just heard some sort of shell land. I don't know for what or where.
All forces, this is Recon.
Oh, they blew up these boats. Interesting. Oh, and they blew them. Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. That'll make it by the time they get there. Okay.
No idea.
That was just a little bonus thing in the AO, but if they want to blow it up.
Yeah, we were just crossing the train bridge and it blew up, and now we're hurrying our butts over. So whoever did it, thank you.
Turn my volume down a bit because I can't hear it.
Now I am gonna spawn a squad to go check out why that blew up. I hope it doesn't run into
It's a replenishment ship.
Squad that came over
What's
here.
it going to do? Ram you?
But yeah, like, that was... Go ahead, put that thing up there, but... It was an interesting target. What's that? Would you have asked people to take out a random cargo ship on the side? I kind of had that more for aesthetic than anything else, but... Yeah, like, I don't get it. So this 50 is pinning people here.
Dive team, is that you guys on the other side of the train bridge? Hey, firm, tier 3.
Another dead guy.
Me and Frost are crossing the bridge now.
There's a striker up there.
Why did it tab me out again? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm good.
Hold on one second.
Nim, we were starting to swim.
Up the road. That needs to be taken.
No, it's Nim and the T3s, so fuck them.
No, it's...
The tier 3s.
What's left of my squad is just in front of us.
So I now have the striker basically moving up to hit people.
There's a striker, there's a striker.
You can hear them talking about it.
Right, that's a striker.
Alright, let me get the Apache going. I'm also going to start fielding in QRF here. So we're going to go to west, we're going to go to helicopters.
Standing by. Standing by.
Go southeast. Go southeast.
On the way.
That way.
T3 squad, confirm you do not have wet feet when we
And they blew it up, cool. Karn, no offense, but from your angle, that doesn't look like it shot you through it. But, you know, I could be wrong.
You are flipping prunes by now.
I could be totally wrong, guys, you know, because Karn, clearly he knows what's up.
Thank you, T3s.
What? Did you see that? it's going airborne, boyos! I mean... Okay. Not the choice I would have done to take off, but... If it works, it works. Tactical, I guess. Yeah, that's, it's interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna start deploying squads. Well, something to say the least. Now you're seeing the mascads being taken care of over here. I got another Apache coming in. And we're down to 23 players. Meanwhile, these guys looks like they ran into an infantry squad. A lot of them are down. I am going to put the lights on this thing and have it go support. But yeah, they ran into that squad of dudes, so yeah, no surprise.
Charlie Alpha Bravo, you guys still up?
Just pinged me over here. I don't know what that was for. Hey, Mr. Tank, I'm sorry to have to bug you this fine evening, but I need you to pull out and go check out why there's, people over there. And I hate to have to do this to them, but so is the nature of the impossible op. Hey, can we go? Hello, Mr. Tank?
Be advised, Recon has Eragon and Abrams, the northwestern side of the island.
I think it's spinning up. It just takes a second to warm up. I'm just not hearing it. Supposed to hear, there it is.
Tier 3 is right on your position. How copy?
now we're gonna order a flare. Numbers are falling fast. We still got these two guys over here. And now these guys are going to move out to the facility. I don't have anything more to like commit to that position, so I'm not going to bother. Destroyer, though, will be watching that road now. And we have about a force of 6 people ready to try to go for this objective. 6 people could still do this, but
T3, is that you guys
gonna get messy.
up ahead of us? Or to your west?
Now you're seeing some of the T3s disconnect, because, yeah. Again, I had no reason to have those infantry there until they literally blew up my harbor. So yeah, I'm going to send a squad to go and investigate, and they just ran into the T3s, so that's just a matter of really piss-poor timing on their end. So,
Good copy, Bravo. Be advised, we are currently entering
unfortunate.
the compound of the objective.
But had they not done that and just let it be, the 3s could have easily snuck around and gotten to the objective, but that screwed them. So I again, hate to see that happen, but I have, if you literally blow up my harbor, I have to send guys to go check that out. Like, what happened? And then they, run into them, and now you're having this poor Chad getting engaged here. He got him, though. That's good. Now, maybe these 2 guys will be able to pull off, get on the coast, and go around, but yeah, because these 2 guys decide they want to blow up a boat, so I guess, I don't know. Like, yeah, the T0 actually survived. I mean, he didn't now, but he was able to get a guy before he went out. That's good.
Be advised, Charlie is 6-man effective. We're rolling up on the eastern side of the box compound now.
Alpha's 2-man effective coming up on Charlie's east.
I'm not gonna lie, Merlin, what makes these impossible is units don't coordinate. They decide to lone wolf it, and that their actions have consequences for other groups, and then that cascades. And honestly, in all 3 impossible ops I've done, I might have done 4, I gotta go recount, but all of them have fallen apart because someone didn't communicate something that was absolutely critical, or someone did something they were not supposed to, and it fell apart.
We have eyes on the Black Hawk dropping reinforcements to the west-northwest. Also,
if there was no recon after I literally begged them to do drone recon. If you were here in the beginning of the op, you heard me say, look, the rule about the drones is if your drone gets shot down, it happens, it's a possibility, but please still do drone recon. They didn't even do drone recon, so. It hurts. Now I got the Apache back.
Be advised, Alpha, we have no EMT to deal with the Bradley.
I have these guys landing now, and when that Black Hawk gets back, I'll send them over, but... And then again, as a disclaimer, guys, they asked me for the impossible op, so I gave them what they asked for. They wanted a challenge. But what personally bugs me, not as a Zeus, but as a person that plays ops, is the only reason these are impossible is because they don't communicate. It's not impossible because of skill. These guys are actually really skilled with how they play. It's impossible because they
I think we should just call
don't talk to each other.
We don't have the manpower for this.
Now they're talking about calling it. I mean, let's see. If they rally here, they've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They got 10, 11 dudes if they get Jason up. I think that's who's being carried on Infidel's back. Yeah, Jason's symbol slightly to the right. They could still do this with 11 people. All they have to do is get in, find the proper box, and then carry it out the way they came, because they know there's no bad people here, and just run. They won't be able to run off the box, but if they just immediately start going back, if they punch a hole, leave and come in and leave with it, before I can mobilize my vehicles, and the only thing I could do to cut them off would be to have units here, especially with the VIX. So if they just time it or just, you know, go more inland and try to lose me, they could still do this, because as you see, right now, there's an Apache flying around right now, and it can't find them to engage them. So the night cover is working.
Skirt the airfield, see what we can do about it.
They just have to, you know, get there. I am gonna be nice. I'm never nice, but I'm gonna heal Silent. I want to see what Silent here does. If I give him a full heal, if I give him a second chance, what does he do?
You might be able to sneak in and grab the vaccine.
He was left for dead. We'll say he played dead. I want to see what he does.
Probably gonna be death by Apache at this point. We were Apache is above us.
He might get shot immediately. I don't know, but T0. I always want the T0s to have fun just because they fell apart because two Chads decided to blow up a random ship that had nothing to do with the op. And then we got Frost and Hardcore here. They're riding, they're
on the north
prone along the perimeter wall. They could get over there if they evade all the guards, but the towers probably won't see them. This guy might, though, further down, but we'll just have to see how this goes. So we are down to 15 players. Oh, Jason's losing connection. Uh-oh. I think Jason might have died on the dude's back anyway, so they're down to 10 people here. So we started with about 35. We're down to 15. Time-wise, they have another 23 minutes before I move the thing. If you guys say it's Mimi from the get-go, then that's up to you. I never said it was a meme op. I said it was an impossible op. So if you guys want to meme it, that's your choice. But I did not declare it a meme op. So if you want to go in that way, sorry. I can't say that. Now, here's what's going to be funny. They're coming up to this compound. This is where I do have a tank, but the tank's empty. I want to see if they jack it. However, if they do jack it, this Apache is going to murder them. So it's hit or miss here.
Did anybody else just get a yellow chain?
Negative. I mean, I will say I'm impressed by the fact they actually still managed to clear this this position here. I wasn't thinking they'd actually break through, but they did because of the sheer amount of AT they brought. So, good on them for doing that.
All units on this net close enough, just join on Charlie. We'll just be one more squad.
Oh, yeah, no. If you put two guys with javelins, there's a reason I put some of the air vehicles out in the open right here, which... Oh, I thought that was landing on an angle again. You could have totally put a guy with a javelin right here and killed my only Apache in the AO and make me wait like 30 minutes to send in another one. Same with the, you know, some of the vehicles I have. If you just got high spots, grabbed a javelin, and stood on a hilltop over here, you could pretty much murder most of my armor from that position. But they don't think about that. Again, no recon was done. No plan was made. They just kind of all decided to balls to the wallet.
Remnants of Bravo has an RPG.
So I'm going to go on this guy
incendiary grenade. We could try to take it out.
and commit him to doing a patrol here.
And Abrams?
I don't know. Also have AC round.
So let's see, U.S. Marines,
Anything
blah, blah,
short of like
blah.
won't do much to it.
It's back.
Guys, should I be nice and tell him the Abrams empty? Or should I just leave him to die at this point?
Medication or whatever.
Because I won't tell them, I'll just say I'm their subconscious.
East, but be advised, there's a Bradley inside the inner wall, and we have no AT.
Death, die, don't tell them, leave them. Here, let's see.
Yeah, currently we're to the northeast trying to steal Abrams, apparently.
They're gonna try to steal it.
Alright, we'll see if we can kill Brad.
Correction, we got stolen in Abrams.
Firm.
I'm gonna suggest we take out that Apache. catch you first. It's the one thing that can actually hunt and kill us.
So they did come in and steal it. Alright, so they figured it out. They have an Abrams now. Alright guys, I'll let you guys decide, because at this point I do have a runway here and I would probably be mobilizing planes. Give me 2 planes. You know, F something something. It has to have an F in front of it. You give me 2 plane names, I'll
Charlie to Zope, be advised, we're gonna try something
F-22, A-10. I don't want to do the F-22s because they still have a glitch that can crash the server. I did put some down right here, but when the AI get them, it sometimes causes some bugs.
Compound, we're gonna try to snipe the Bradley.
So we'll do an A-10, okay.
A-firm.
So A-10, we'll do an A-10A.
Back, just to let you know, we've got eyes on like an MSV over in there with a GL.
And
be advised, my Abrams just poofed.
Your Abrams just poof?
Yes, it just vanished into thin air.
Apparently KGB agents don't know how to drive an Abrams then.
I didn't do it. Hold on, it's still there on my screen, so you sure it's missing?
It reappeared?
So sometimes, because RHS, when they initiate the scripts, the Abrams will teleport around, but it's still there, so just trust me, it's there.
Okay, yeah, my guys are back, that's all that matters. As long as I have my guys, I don't care.
And I saw F-18.
Probably just be advised, my guys are beginning to engage the compound now.
Do I not have F-18s?
A-firm,
Anger.
I just got a task force error. Be advised, Recon has two times HE, AT-75 rockets.
I have a Harrier.
Carl Augusta Mod 1.
Wow, they actually did take away a lot of our planes. Let's do a Harrier.
One or two battle towers
Screw
down
it.
there, you might need to use those to knock out those battle towers. Currently got a 3-man crew on the Abrams as well as 4 or 5 infantry.
So Undead and Zope.
Back, can you have your Abrams take out the tower on the northeast side?
Copied.
We're backing away from it. Please hit it.
Be advised, A-10 Warthog just flew overhead.
Okay, it's on a Hemet as well.
So these two are still sneaking over. The 2 Chads that did that. Oh my god, you're not gonna believe this. They just decided to drive off a cliff, ram a down chopper, and explode!
Be advised, we're just gonna disengage.
A-firm, Recon.
You're kidding! You're kidding me! Look at, they knocked over trees, they just rammed this chopper and exploded! Oh my god!
Be advised, we're just engaging off the hill. We're gonna try to swing in.
Oh! What?
Yep. Be advised, we got multiple jets above. I've seen an A-10 at least. And a fast mover of some sort.
Oh god, like...
Yeah.
I can't... I'm not excited! I'm actually really embarrassed about this! So these 2 guys are trying to infiltrate on their own?
Guys, not hit this compound.
But holy crap, like...
Black Ops landing to the west.
If I were to tell someone at a bar about this, they'd think I'd make this stuff up. Like, damn. We still have the T-0 here that I revived because I want to see what he'd do. Yeah, these two guys still crawling around. 14 minutes, I'll go do the thing. Has Jason said he's ready yet, or is he still playing Barbie? He's still playing Barbie. See, he's part of the group that was dry on AT, so by crashing, he's going to be allowed to bring in more AT, so if he doesn't get this in immediately, then he's going to be able to do much. Zope is still up here.
Charlie, steer clear of this corner until the MSV goes around.
Copy, holding. Left, no, eyes on MSV.
Alright, roll around.
Rolling now.
He's still going to be in the Arsenal state until it's over with.
We're roughly with you, ready to push.
Way along, the MSV just came around. Watch for the light.
Oh, apparently that chopper decided to... Is that my Apache? No, so where's my Apache?
It's moving that west now.
I think I've given it enough. I'm going to start putting up some flares to find out why there's something exploding in that vicinity. And I'm going to halt on QRF.
Let us know where we can go, though.
Nah, I won't bother.
Bob's back. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this quick. Any of you guys have a stick? We just got flare.
We got stick, we gotta go.
Come up here and kill this thing next time it comes around. Now.
Heck.
I mean, sure, whatever.
What's that?
Yep, we're being engaged by a 20mm.
That might be the Apache. Alright, now it's time for Angry. Silent, he's made it. He's going across now. Most of the player base converging on this position. Zope has made it up. He is not waking up. Alright, I'm going to take us out of the fight just a little bit. So these guys are the first squad I told to come back. I'm going to have them converge on that position. Because I think by now we can figure out why they're here. Try not to delete vehicle wrecks. Accidentally deleted one. Now I'm going to teleport over and try to see what's going on. Making sure I'm set to invincible, and I'm going to heal myself. Drive that Vic in. Still got my planes and I got my Apache.
Vic to the south.
Stewie's up here. I'm gonna ungarrison these guys. Yeah, okay, so he's up here and unconscious. I was actually just thinking, you know, technically that's meta if these guys don't know he's there, so I was going to stop him by grouping them apart. But, yeah, he went up here and got schwacked. I'm going to break those guys apart and move them so they're quicker. Still got this guy who's just chilling right here. So, ironically here, they're actually really close to the box they have to grab, which is right here, but they don't know it's that until they see the intel. Bunch of guys coming from the rear. These guys are injured. I'm not sure how many we still have up. I stole the scuba guys. And now these guys are sweeping in. Oh, poor Undead. He's getting shot as he tries to run away. At 50 just sprayed at Obi. He's still alive. We're down to 14 people on the server. AT goes in. Oh, Obi gets AT on it, and the Apache decides that's the final straw, and it takes out Obi. Holy crap. The difficulty settings are a little higher for this impossible op. Let's see. Global. 90, 40, 55, 75. 5% bump to accuracy and weapon handling. It doesn't really do that much because the CPU's bottlenecked because of this position. So it doesn't really matter about those minutes. Yeah, but the spotting, we have it up because AI at night. Because with the general 50%, I've seen these guys not see jack right in front of them. All right. Who do we have up still? We have the T0 over here. Doom is still over there. And I'm not sure if these guys are up or down. They're up, and I think they're just shooting at stuff over here. I don't think they know that there's a tank right there. Yes, the AI have night vision. The US, in their kits, they spawn with night vision. Oh gosh, did Infidel just... Okay, no, he's still up. I just saw movement. He's got a 50 cal static staring right... Oh god. He managed to... not... He blew up the static. Infidel gets hit. This guy survives. What? His arm is settings. Oh no! No, someone look behind them! The humanity! Oh, Jesus. Alright, let's go see why there's gunshots over here with the remaining squad. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I knew this op was gonna get screwed when most of the players decided to Hail Mary in the fact that someone already aggroed the AO before anyone was ready and no recon was done. I knew this would be a bloodbath. This is TSB we're talking about. Hell, not even TSB. It would be anywhere. And I'm gonna be honest, I'd love for someone to prove me otherwise, but if you don't do recon in this type of AO, and if people start going off doing their own things without a plan, this will happen anywhere you go, because that's how Arma works. But Mod, thanks for giving Danny a sub. Danny, I hope you keep enjoying playing. Mod, I hope you keep enjoying watching. And I hope you all get a kick out of this. Oh man, how's the T0 doing? He's still alive. He's alone. He doesn't know what to do. Meanwhile, these two guys, they've taken out some dudes on this tower. They're still okay. I think they're just shooting random guys here. So, Infidel, no, it was King of Kings who's in here. He's still hiding in this building. Gotta be careful because part of him's clipping, but I don't think the AI is shooting at him, so that's good. But he's keyholing this door, as you can see. Now, Dowling and Jaded are the only two guys still up. I think Obi's down right here. All right, I think we're down to only 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Is Boom still up? Nope. So it's only 6 dudes. Railbert, Dowling. Nope, Dowling's up too. Okay, so 7. Jaded, Dowling, Railbert, Frost, Corporal, and Silent. They're clearing the perimeter. They gotta find a way into here. I'm gonna delete a few of the bodies out here to try to make the frames a little better. Dowling, I think, just fell unconscious from blood loss. These two guys have come in. They're going to do some quick medical. I mean, for the amount of AI that I've died and I've had to delete, they're actually not, like, it's a decent number to survive on, you know? So I'm going to start having the big squad patrol in here, the small squad. Gotta start sending them around. Moddick giving Zope a sub. Nice. Boom goes KIA. These two guys have taken over a tower.
All forces be advised, Recon has taken a battle tower at...
Alright, so by now they should know that something's up right there.
133140, how copy?
Guys, did that tank just warp into a new dimension? I could be wrong. I could have blinked. Maybe that was it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it just went into a new dimension. Meanwhile, Silent here, he's still crawling up. He's still staying close. So I'm having these guys move up. Most of these guys in this building are down. They just got to find the special intel. The officer that was overlooking it's, he's down. Start flaring around. All is not lost yet. These two could pull something. They just have to find the intel, and they brisk right over it. It's okay. They're going for clearing right now because they don't know what's clear and what's not clear. These two guys holding the interior, but you see if they just did a little bit of look-see, they could see that, you know, I mean, I tried to make that picture an obvious yellow to try to catch their attention. And then this officer right here represents the boxes right there. Alright. Ready to watch me rain on this guy's parade? Bad time to not have ammo in that dude's gun. He only had red lights too. He didn't have any flash grenades left, so I was going to throw a grenade in there, but he quickly drops me. So that's a good call on King of Kings there. Railbert has to be careful because the grenades are landing next to him. This guy's getting a firefight here. He gets knocked over. He is going to die because we don't have that setting on our server, so... There it is. Yeah, that just shows you how much the CPU's bottlenecked right now.
50.
What up?
Mayfirm, what's the status on everybody else? Recon's taking a battle tower marked Recon Tech. We've got a Abrams to our north and a battle tower to our east with 50 cals on top of it.
Silent's still
What's left
crawling
of
in.
Charlie is inside the compound with the small box. We've got 2 in the center, 1 on the east for all pin.
Abram, be advised that Abrams is still active.
Alright, let's get one more squad of infantry in, because I think that's all I'm going to need at this point. So let's do, not West Germany, boop, squad.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, they're already loaded, my bad.
Wait, hold on. Charlie, do you have friendlies inside the battle tower on the southwestern side of the small box compound?
I think they're calling out this tower.
None on a CTAP, but...
Oh gosh, was that Kana Kane's there?
Charlie, what's your
I think that Apache just tried to light Kana Kane's up.
The remnants of Charlie are being engaged by something with an autocannon.
Fun.
611.
Yeah, something just got hit by air.
Yeah, that would be my 2 boys that are currently in the center of the compound.
Yeah, well, they're dead.
No, I can still hear one of their voices, so I think one of them survived.
Oh, they're dead. So quick to make conclusions here. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people alive now. Wait, no, 6. We're still at 6. I forgot, Candy Kings is still alive. He's gotta be running out of bandages at this point. That's another KIA right there.
Roger. Copy that. On the way.
Oh yeah, this tank's aggroing on him up there, so they're not gonna be able to leave that tower. Hearing some more shots here. They're checking around. They don't know. Wait, no. They got the picture. Okay. They know what they're looking for. They know what they're looking for. They just have to find the right building. See, if they had 35 people to do this, it would be a little easier, but brute force has caused them to... Oh, no! The T-Zero's dead! Well, I tried. There are now 5 people still alive. Unfortunately, the T-Zero was shot in the face. Rest his soul. So we have a Tier 3, 2 Tier 2s, and 2 Tier 1s still in this AO. Brutal. I'm going to have to eventually have these planes pull back for at least a Harrier for fuel. How's the Apache doing? Apache will also need to come down for fuel. They hit it with something, but she's still flying. They got the photo. Looks like Jason took a few shots there. It's going to be attrition of their bandages at this point. Oh, gosh. They're throwing grenades now. Just threw a smoke grenade out here. Jaded's gone prone to try to get these guys. I just heard a strike come up here. Frost is down. That was the Tier 3. Corporal finding himself outside of the tower, now back in. Might have just gotten crippled for that nice display of Hackerman. Railbird unfortunately goes down as well, and Jaded is also down. Kana Keynes is still up. No, the T-Zero DC'd. Okay. He's running out. He's picked up an enemy gun. He's got, looked like a M4203, I believe. Yep. He's running around there.
You still there, Recon?
Frost is
Yeah,
still
Recon's
down.
still here. I need to patch up my guy.
Okay, I've told the remnants
Oh, he
of
got
Charlie
hit by the
they've
tank.
got, like 2 minutes to check to find the box. If we can't find it, we're just pulling out. We don't have the manpower for this right now.
Yeah, from Recon's currently pinned down by a Bradley and an Abrams. We're not able to do diddly.
Kena Keynes, he's maneuvering around.
Yeah, the Charlie substitute squad lead has one HE-AT round and an AT-4, but I don't think I'm going to be able to hit it, especially with that fucking area.
They're gonna get so mad when I tell them the closest medical bunker had it.
Yeah.
But how would they have known? And that's what the real irony about this is. Kena Keynes making a run for it. What do I have as my control V here? Nope, it expired. Okay. Flare. Oh, the Bradley's looking at it too.
Send in Go Team 6 now.
Be advised, Charlie's being swarmed. We're just pulling out. We've got no choice.
Jaded runs in the open. So is Keynes going in the open here.
But I think Recon's gonna be KIA.
And there's that last squad coming in.
Roger that, Recon, just get out of there.
4 people.
We have an Abrams staring at our battle tower. We try to move out the battle tower, we will get schwacked by Abrams.
Charlie's got 3 squads on them, but we're both in our own problem.
Yeah, I know, Charlie. I'm
Kena Keynes
we
looks
are
like
going
he's
to
gonna
be
make it out with
KIA.
his life.
Let's go. We'll be fine.
Roger that, Charlie moving out.
Recon tried to patch Frost up. Frost is back up, so we're back to 4 people being up and about. Railbert, he's not gonna wake up, he's down. Just leave the battle tower. That's having the they know about the Abrams. What they don't know about is the oh, looks like he stopped watching. Okay. The autocannon would have been a lot more dangerous. So this squad of infantry I'm going to send up here, and I'm going to have them search and clear that battle tower. Jaded coming back around. He might try to rescue them, or he's going to try to run. Mr. Pat, how's your fuel, actually? You can go on fumes. I'll retire him when he goes Jester. Harrier, I'm going to wave off.
Roger that. Okay, anyone apart from High and Recon hear me on this net?
Charlie, I think you are it, except for Recon.
No, the divers are out here. They're
left with you and 2 guys of Charlie.
King would be able to swim across before those scubas would come even close to him.
Yeah, confirm you're saying you're 2-man effective. That's what Recon's at right now as well.
Good fight. Almost made it.
We're about 1.5 man effective. 1 man's currently being swarmed.
Yeah, A-firm, get out of there.
Jaded's making a run for it. His body armor's helping him. Mr. Apache. Mr. Apache, it's time to clean house, Mr. Apache.
Caution, fuel low.
Mr. Apache, it's time to clean house, Mr. Apache. Their gear is thermal resistant, but Mr. Apache will find them. When the fuel gets to the H, I'm just going to land it at the airfield. Mr. Apache. Going around.
Recon, this is what remains of Charlie. Is it good if we call for index?
Say again?
They really want
This is the remains of Charlie. Good if we call index right now?
Yeah, Recon's not getting out of here. We've got VCOM being VCOM and an Abrams staring at us.
This is Charlie to High.
What's an index?
So we all have to fucking die for this to finish.
Die or get off the island.
Recon, Charlie's off the island. It's up to you to figure out.
He's using the TMP.
Recon, how copy last?
Yeah, good copy last. We just got swarmed by AI. 1 second.
Ba 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 ba. Ah, good old Frost. All right. Gotta give them what they want. Oh, they disabled my turret!
Yeah, we're currently being swarmed by
Smart.
remotely controlled Lirus.
No. You see, if I had the option to remote control something, this is what I'd do. No, you asked. You asked. It's okay. It's okay.
No.
I mean, you asked, so I answered for you. Frost is still alive! What? He has one of the meta Under Armours, that's why. Ah.
Charlie to high command, you
Sorry, I was cleaning house. Yeah, we're good. Ready for index? They're not waking up. Are you ready for index?
So long as you don't blow us the fuck up, yes, do index.
That the Apache's there, I didn't put it there. It just felt like being there.
Oh no, he's turned away. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about you doing something stupid behind us.
Did you say something stupid?
Warning, fuel critical.
It's out of fuel anyway. I'm gonna go lander. Alright. Who's ready for a fun, enlightening debrief? Because I am. Oh, I am so ready.
User joined your channel.
Oh look, the
User
T3's
joined your
returned.
channel.
Okay.
The T3, they're back. Great.
So, I'm just going to play this out in order. I'd like to finish this entire thing before we get into debrief because I think it might change some of your perspectives. So, you guys started. Who has that hot mic? Please stop. Okay, cool. You guys started. You made a plan, I hope. Some of you went one way, some of you went the other. One of you decided to take a 50 cal Dishka on the coast right across from the airfield, and they saw you and started shooting at you. What saw you specifically was one of the boats on patrol. I did plead you guys to use some form of recon. Again, the note about the drones was because we sometimes have drones will get taken out by like SAMs and shit. I was trying to hint that A, I have that, and B, don't like that could happen, but please, like I did say like twice, use recon. Do some sort of recon because otherwise it's going to be a lot harder than it's supposed to be. And yeah, it went a lot harder than it's supposed to be. So, car drove by. That started the 30-minute timer of QRF because, fortified island, they see a Dishka on a truck driving, on the coast. They're going to think something's up. So that rushed you guys a bit. You guys started your main attack on the MSR into the island. I had a Bradley and a Striker guarding that, along with a squad of infantry and a 50 cal static. A lot of people died charging an open bridge to the Striker of all things. So you guys vaulted off, went in the water, made it to the coast, and actually cleared that position out despite me sending every one of those blue 4 markers. I had some random MRAP or IFV or APC to send, and you guys destroyed most of them. So that was pretty good. From there, you guys rallied at that position and then started making your way to the main area. Now, second group, 2 dudes decided to swim around for most of that AO and make it to the mainland. That was quote-unquote recon, I think. I did mean for this to have scuba as a very viable option, because what I explained in the beginning of the stream was if you just had everyone scuba, you could get up to a perimeter wall, which was marked on map, and if you had a recon, you could see it because it went into the water, and you could cover yourself from the airfield, make it up to a checkpoint, kill everyone there, and then make it to the compound, take what you needed, and then go back to the coast, and then, I'd attach it to you because I said that in the rules. If you read in this channel, I'll attach the little box to you, and then you could swim out. So that was the mindset I was going with for making this AO. But Scuba instead decided to swim around, blow up some boats, which were all empty. And that prompted me to send a squad over to investigate. And that squad ran into the tier 3s that spent most of that op swimming to the AO. And yeah, that was messy. I did revive one of the T0s to let him run into the AO just to see what he'd do, because I'm nice to the T0s. But he ended up meeting up the main group that was assaulting, and then 2 guys, which I believe was recon. They literally went prone along the entire perimeter of the airfield, dodged a few sentries that were looking through cracks in the walls, and made it to a battle tower where they stayed for the rest of the op. Now, the actual assault. So, the AO was you get to the main research building in the dome, and on the second story of the research building, there was a table with a piece of intel and a picture of a yellow box. And that yellow box was a specific yellow box you guys had to grab, and the intel had a note saying that was what you needed. That was the COVID vaccine. In 6 of those random small little medical buildings, I had some custom interior stuff in them, and they had 6 different variations of the small box I mentioned. But the intel in the middle told you where it was. Now, here's what's going to piss some of you off. The insert vector you did into that AO, the corner building had the thing you had to grab to leave with. And I marked it with, so at the intel point was an officer, and at that building there was an officer. So, just as a hint. But, if you knew going in, which there's no way you could have, which is why I'm asking no one to beat themselves over with, but I think it's kind of ironic that you guys picked the best insert vector without knowing it, because it would have just been a quick smash and grab, but you didn't have that intel, because again, impossible op, I tried to throw in these little twists. So, I know one of the 2 remaining guys, it was Railbert and somebody else, you got the picture because the picture disappeared, which means one of you picked it up. So you knew what you were looking for by that point, but then a fire team came in and sweeped you both. So very close. This got very, very close for the fact that it all went into a Charlie Foxtrot. But still fell apart in the end. So overall, welcome to an impossible op. I never said this was a meme op. At no point. You guys decided it was a meme op. So you can take this seriously or you can meme it, but the only reason these are impossible is because more often than not, it's your own communication that kind of screws you over. And just not coordinating yourselves. Because I'll be honest, if you didn't blow up that replenishment ship and the entire Tier 3 squad took the route that Silent did, and they would have gotten to the main compound and the tail end of the fight, if it wasn't just Silent, if it was the entire Tier 3s, you probably would have been able to succeed in that op. Because you have some of the best players in that squad that would have been able to go in, find the intel, find that box, and then leave. But again, you guys did stuff that kind of screwed yourselves over in some spots, and that's why it all fell apart. So, nonetheless, hope you had fun. Sorry to the few people that died in the first 5 minutes, especially with the Apache. I sent the Apache because one of you decided to fire a freaking guided missile at my boat, so the airfield sent an Apache up to figure out what that was. And then they ended up finding a bunch of armed technicals about to cross the bridge, so they engaged accordingly. Actually, no, I only sent the Apache because one of the boats spotted you, and then I sent the Apache over. But you guys definitely brought a shit ton of ordnance to take out heavy assets, that's for sure. But yeah, open floor, because unless squad leaders want to speak up.
To go for real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, Az.
I wasn't partaking in the but I did watch the stream throughout its entirety. And playing ops as of late, I've noticed that people, not just in the lower ranks, but in tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1, that people are fucking about. I understand that people are here for their own fun, but the memeing about when in active engagements and getting all pissy when some people are actually trying to take it seriously because that is their version of fun, that is not on. It is a belief that is shared between the majority of the tier 4s and a couple of tier 5s that I've spoke to already. The memery needs to stop in ops. Like, I understand that you're here for your fun, but when we're given an objective to do, some people want to just get the fuck on with it. Sorry to be blunt about it, but that's the way that I feel needs to be addressed. An example of memery is people dressing up as a Russian Orthodox priest using an epilator, which is a blacklisted gun in the community. You guys, I have a lot of respect for you guys. I really do. But it's got to the point as of late where people are just fucking about for the sake of fucking about. Like, you guys don't want to get anything done. And that, for the sake of the quality of ops that these users are taking the time out to produce for you guys to fuck about and meme them, it's disrespectful for not only to them, but for the people that are to your left and to your right.
Like, yeah, we had a full arsenal, but we also had what? How many people in this op, Liru?
You had about 35 total.
35 people split across whatever, fucking four squads, and there was zero communication, zero plans, zero sitting down to start to figure out what was going on, zero structure into how the squads were set up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the tier 3 squad had fucking 4 dedicated medics because we all wanted to keep each other alive. No plan as to how we're going to attack the AO. A couple of circles after we got some recon done. Zero actual recon done. It was a clusterfuck of Friday fucking T0 op proportion. And it happens a lot recently, and it needs to stop.
The way that I've been seeing it recently, guys, is that people are using the term memeing ops and shit like that. I'm now starting to lean towards where it's no longer I'm considering it memeing, I'm now considering it people grieving, and we issue 3-day bans for that. And I'm going to probably speak to the 5s about how best to pursue with this, whether or not if we start being a little bit more heavy-handed for people fucking about when they know that they should be doing something better. Now people can point fingers, they can take names and shit like that. To be honest, it's a community-wide issue. There's no one individual or group of individuals that are the main cause of it. But ultimately, it needs to stop, guys. For the quality of the ops
if they treated it seriously, they probably wouldn't have been able to succeed for that one.
About in them is downright disrespectful. We should be doing better. Okay.
Total agreement with you. Totally agree.
That's one person out of how many people in here? 25, 20?
All right, I'm going to actually wrap it up here because the debrief's getting bleak, and I don't like to go on that. And I said my piece. I put my request for feedback in the channel. We had like up to 165 people watching, but you know, like I said, if any community were to do one of my ops like this, yeah, it would fall apart. I stand by that statement. But you know, if they want to take it seriously, I know they can do it. Because I mean, how far they got just by memeing it with that, like only like a third or fourth of their player base still alive, it does show that these guys do have the skill. It's just they'll succumb to their own memery, you know? So anyway, that's it for me today, guys. We'll be back. I'll have something to stream tomorrow around 2 p.m. EST, probably another op. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. If you want to come and play, just do !join and !Discord. And otherwise, cheers and have a good one.